San Antonio starts right now.
Well, all morning we have been sharing exclusive stories from the very first flight crew on the ground during the Hill Country flood. So today on GMSA at 9, we're going to hear from a fourth-generation lieutenant, game warden pilot, who was on the first helicopter to get to the Guadalupe River back on July 4th. Plus,
San Antonio Startup Day is here. Listen to some of the entrepreneurs who are doing their best to create viable, permanent, thriving businesses here in our local economy. Stay tuned.
Science with Sarah is back, baby! And for our first Science with Sarah of the fall semester, we are with these awesome fifth graders of Mora Elementary School. Guys, we're gonna make oobleck slime. And we say, good morning, San Antonio! Stick around for a super fun experiment. Are you excited? Yes, awesome!
good morning. Happy Wednesday. We're excited to check back with the fifth graders at Mora Elementary and Sarah. Yeah, a lot of excitement.
I was wondering
there.
when she was going to kick up Science with Sarah once again, because obviously it's during the school year. And so this is the first one of the 2025-26 school year. So we'll get to that in just a little bit.
Yeah, looking forward to it. But for now, let's go ahead and look out there with live cam. So actually, we were talking all day yesterday about how you didn't make it outside. You were outside earlier this morning on the stream, Ernie.
Yes, we'll post a video in a little while, and I'll apologize for my dancing in advance. But one of these Savannah Bananas baseball teams players was in studio this morning, or outside, and we had a lot of fun. Justin.
Sir, no need to apologize, because I actually thought your moves were on point.
Oh, what?
I was impressed.
Yes.
I truly was. Not that I was expecting less, but
you should have.
You did wonderful.
But yeah, that was great. That was good times. I can't wait to see that. All right, let's take a look at what we have going on as far as Ozone Action Day. I did want to pass this along, kind of lead with this, because there are folks who are bothered by this. It's one of those situations where we have some stagnant air, and sometimes ozone can build up a little bit, mainly during the midday hours, early afternoon. And so those with respiratory illness, you do need to use caution. You know the drill here, but it is one of those days. We haven't had one in a while. But I'm looking at the air quality right now. Other than just a little blip there on the northwest side, we seem to be doing okay. And even that's moderate, so that's not going to cause a lot of problems. But we'll certainly keep an eye on this going forward. Forecast for today. So yes, we're right at about 70 right now, but we'll be in the mid 80s by noontime, 94 for high. So another hot one, another day above average, and get used to it, because this heat is not going anywhere. We'll look at that. Plus we'll talk about the allergens that are in the air as well. That's coming up here in just a couple minutes, guys.
There's probably 3 to 5 moments in my life that will stand out forever, and this is probably the top of the list.
Well, that is Lieutenant Game Warden Pilot Robert Mitchell, and he was behind the first helicopter to get to the Guadalupe River on July 4th. And he has flown countless missions in his decades as a pilot, and says the Kerr County rescue operation was among the most dangerous that he's been involved with.
So our Patty Santos had the honor to hear his story, and she's in studio to tell us more about why those rescues were personal. Patty, good morning.
Good morning, guys. So Mitchell is a fourth-generation pilot, all the way back to his great-grandfather. They have all served our country in the military. That is him right there, flying that helicopter that was used in the rescues 2 months ago.
Robert Mitchell, Lieutenant Game Warden, a pilot. I spent 22 years in the Marine Corps. The last 13 of those years I was flying attack utility helicopters all over the world.
Deck, look back there.
Game Warden Pilot Robert Mitchell is at the controls of this training exercise. That's him up there. He's worked on wildland fires, tsunami and hurricane rescues, and volcanic response missions worldwide.
What was different about going to the Guadalupe on July 4th?
I'd say 1, the number of calls that we were getting, and 2, I've flown in some pretty bad weather. Really bad weather all over the world, all different environments. But the totality of the situation with the weather, the floodwaters, the debris, this was the worst environment I've ever flown in.
The flight was high risk, but when the 3-person team learned how many people needed rescue, they agreed to keep going.
And the word that I got before we took off was that nobody else was in the air, that we were it. So as far as we were concerned, if we didn't get there, nobody would.
Early reports told them the survivors at Camp Mystic were safe. A few hours into July 4th, more Texas DPS Air and National Guard rescue teams arrived.
Horsepower? Yeah.
That's when Mitchell's team agreed to head to Camp Mystic.
And Brent and I just looked at each other. I don't even think we talked. We knew that we had to go into Mystic. That was probably the toughest part of the day because I have 2 little girls. And we just know that, or we knew that we just needed to get them home.
The team airlifted 36 of the camp's 200 girls flown to safety that day.
And I know when you guys are doing it, it's just like, okay, let's go. Like you're in work mode, right? Did you ever get a chance to say anything to the girls or calm them?
Every time we loaded a group of girls into the aircraft, I made it a point to stop before I took off. I wasn't able to say anything to them because they didn't have communications on, but I'd look over my shoulder and smile and just let them know it's okay.
And Mitchell says it's so important to share that while this is their story, he is so proud of the entire team, the work that was done by air, by water, and ground rescue operations that day. He says everybody showed up. Coming up at noon, you're going to hear the story of one of the rescue members and also a Kerrville native who was instrumental to get the team there safely. You can read their stories right now on KSAT.com.
All right, thank you, Patty. Well, today, startup leaders and entrepreneurs are coming together for San Antonio Startup Day, seeing what it takes to pitch a winning idea and get potential investment during San Antonio Startup Week next month.
All right, Devin Karp is live right now at Launch SA at the Central Library to tell us more about it. Devin, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. I don't know if you've ever had a thought idea and wondered, like, maybe that could make good business. Well, that's everyone here, and they've been working hard at their ideas. This is San Antonio Startup Day, a precursor to San Antonio Startup Week, which is happening later in October. But today is about pitching some presentations from entrepreneurs, getting an idea of what it takes to make a viable business in San Antonio, and then moving forward with some awesome panels later on today. I'm joined here by Matthew Espinoza. Good morning, man. How's it going?
Good morning. It's going great. One of my favorite days of the month.
I love it, man. Yeah, so Launch SA, we're here. We're in the library. First off, what's going on today with 1 million cups, if anybody at home doesn't know?
Yeah, so we're kicking off San Antonio Startup Day with 1 million cups. It happens every Wednesday morning. So if people don't get enough networking today, we're here every Wednesday. But 2 entrepreneurs are about to share their story, what they're up to. And as a group, we come together and how can we be helpful? How can we help push their businesses forward? And it's a really cool community event that we do here at Launch SA.
Fantastic. How important is it for, these entrepreneurs, everyone starting a business, to kind of get this opportunity to pitch ideas off of each other and not necessarily on the big stage when they're pitching to an investor or something, right? Where does that collaboration come in?
Yeah, I think there's so many hats that you're wearing as a new business owner when you're starting up and you're like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? And oftentimes the only people that can relate to that super strongly are other entrepreneurs that like, oh, I talked to this person, I went to this resource. So it's super important in the early days, but also in general. This is obviously geared towards startups, but we deal with small businesses at all different stages.
Fantastic. Awesome. So it seems like y'all have had some great output with this. I remember last week when I came here and I got to see a little bit of this. There was a big crowd. Everyone was talking, getting ready, bouncing ideas off of each other, because this collaboration, like sometimes these entrepreneurs can be each other's, biggest resource, whether it's mentorship or something along those lines, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had people come with one idea and from the feedback start something else. We've had co-founders meet here. So it's so important to have this community, and I think especially entrepreneurship can get a little lonely. So recognizing there's other people with you to support you, it's what we're all about.
Awesome. So I love this is how we're kicking off Startup Day. What's kind of in store for everyone for the rest of the day coming up too?
Yeah, so it's jam-packed. There's events going on nonstop. There's a focus on e-gaming today with a panel and a lounge happening at Geekdom. The day ends with the Incubator Showcase, which is hearing from some companies that have gone through the incubator program at Geekdom, but workshops on networking, mentorship, all different types of stuff. Tons of things to connect with.
Awesome. Fantastic. I know we're still a little bit of ways away from it, but are you feeling ready for Startup Week too? It's closer than you think.
Yeah, so today is alongside the Startup Day programming. The schedule is going live for San Antonio Startup Week as well. So if you're not able to make it down here or you're able to attend, go to sasw.co to see more about what the week's starting to look like.
Fantastic. Hey, thanks so much for letting us be here with you this morning, Matthew. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, you've got everything online that you need to see the schedule for what's going on with San Antonio's start of day today on KSAT.com. We're going to be following up with some of the entrepreneurs coming up later on in the hour in GMSA at 9 and giving you guys that full schedule breakdown up on KSAT.com. For now, I'll send it back to you all. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Very good, sir. Okay, thank you, Devin. On to this now. The Texas Eat Foods Festival is approaching. It's happening September 20th. It's your chance to enjoy food from more than 20 award-winning chefs, live music, and so much more.
And this morning, our David Elder joins us live from the Pullman Market at the Pearl with what people can expect at this year's food festival. Hi, good morning, David.
Good morning. Yes, we are out here at the Pullman Market, and joining us right now is the Director of Restaurants, Danny Parada. Thank you so much for having us.
No, thank you for coming out.
Now, you guys are going to be there representing Fife and Faro at the food festival, so make sure you get your tickets. QR code right there on the screen. Make sure you scan right there. We have 20-plus award-winning restaurants, including Fife and Faro out here, and the item you're going to be serving out there is pulled mozzarella, and you got a sample of it right here.
So we'll be fresh pulling mozzarella right out at the festival.
Let's go.
You can get fresh pulled mozzarella at Fife and Faro anytime you order it off of the menu. So you order it and we pull it, so you get it fresh and warm to your table.
Oh my gosh.
For the festival, we'll be pulling it in front of y'all and then serving it with a little bit of our Texas pecan pesto.
Oh, it's like Splash Zone. It's like SeaWorld over here. Here we go. And you put it right on top. So that's the bite right here.
That's basically the bite that you'll be getting, a little bit of focaccia as well.
Ooh, okay. And you guys, the ovens are here, so when you come experience Fife and Faro inside of the Pullman Market, the bread is made fresh, the pizzas are made to order, and you actually have new sandwiches on the menu as well out here. What do you got going on?
Yeah, so all the bread's made here in-house, and then so we have a meatball sub, so fresh mozzarella on top of that with a little bit of Parmesan as well, muffaletta sandwich, so all the cured meats are made here in-house by Matt the Butcher.
Nice.
And then a fire-roasted eggplant sandwich with a house-made Texas black garlic balsamic vinegar.
These are beautiful. And the fact that all the bread is made right here as well, you know it's going to have that nice crunch on the outside, super tender in the middle. The meatball sub is calling my name, and I am going to take a bite of that here. But I'm super excited. You guys got to make sure you're getting your tickets. VIP are almost sold out, so make sure you're getting your tickets. It's next Saturday. So if you've been waiting, maybe you're thinking about it, it's happening then. And you guys actually have an event coming up as well, too, right?
Yeah, so we have a barbecue event coming up. It'll be October 18th, Saturday. Tickets are almost sold out, so if you want them, get your tickets now.
Yeah.
But a bunch of the best barbecue in Texas is going to be around. We got 10 vendors out here.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
And actually, 2M Smokehouse, who's going to be at the event as well.
Correct, yeah.
You can actually go check them out at the Texas Eats Food Festival. Love their stuff, and I love all the bites that we have in front of us right here. Thank you so much for having us out here. Make sure you get your tickets. It's happening September 20th. It is a 21-up event. VIP tickets, you get in early at 3 p.m. You also get access to a lot of different bites upstairs. And I tell you what, this might be the VIP bite right now. I don't know, man. This one's looking pretty solid right here. I'm going to go for the bite. Which one are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for this one.
Oh, you want to go for You know what? There's days where you're like, is this the best job in the world? And this confirms it right here.
Most of the time it is.
Most of the time it is. Well, you guys, I might save you something and bring it back, but make sure you get your tickets, guys, and then come out and get this hand-pulled mozzarella from Fife and Faro. Cheers.
Amazing.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
There he is.
Give me some elbow. Bam.
Hey.
I'll give you some elbow, too.
Yeah.
God. David Elder for the win once again.
Yes. Hopefully he'll save.
That's got to be one of the top jobs
us,
around there. He gets paid to do that kind of stuff. Good for
Very
him. But yeah, hope to see you on the 20th at the food festival. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, it will. Indoors, too.
Absolutely. So weather will not be an issue. All right, 9/11 right now, 60. Is it really 69 degrees outside? Okay, that's what it says.
Yeah, officially.
Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Yes, a new iPhone announced and more at yesterday's big Apple event. How much it's going to cost you after the break.
And Poland shot down Russian drones. What NATO is saying about this incident, that's coming up.
Welcome back. It's 9:15, and here's today's 9 at 9. Well, Poland shot down Russian drones that entered its airspace during a widespread Russian attack in western Ukraine. NATO calling this an act of aggression and marking the first time a member of the alliance has fired shots in the war. So radars tracked more than 10 objects, and those that could pose a threat were neutralized.
New whistleblower claims about Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram. It says that kids are being exploited on the company's virtual reality platforms. They accuse Meta of ignoring research and downplaying risks to protect profits. Meta has since called the allegations, quote, nonsense.
The Federal Aviation Administration is warning airlines again about the risk of lithium batteries on board planes. So in a new safety alert, the FAA said the batteries could malfunction and start a fire. The safety alert is aimed at encouraging airlines to consider the hazard posed by lithium batteries stowed in areas that are not easily accessible.
The Supreme Court has temporarily allowed President Trump to pause billions in foreign payments for now. This puts a hold on a lower court ruling that required officials to spend $4 billion of that money by the end of the month.
Well, the median household income was just under $84,000 last year. That's according to the U.S. Census Bureau. That is statistically the same as it was in 2023. So researchers say this is a sign that earnings kept pace with inflation. The U.S. poverty rate inched onward by 0.4 of a point in 2024.
Drugs like Ozempic and Mounjaro, used by millions to help them lose weight, are making more economic sense. A drug pricing watchdog group, the Institute for Clinical and Economic Review, has given the drugs its highest rating for cost effectiveness as prices have dropped.
The CDC says the so-called kissing bug disease is now an endemic illness in the U.S. Chagas disease is a parasitic condition spread by the blood-sucking kissing bug, so named because it often bites people's faces. Now, pets can be carriers of the potentially deadly disease, which is caused by a parasite found in the feces of the bug.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah. Well, Apple unveiled its next generation of iPhones and wearable tech. The new iPhone Air is the thinnest model ever. It's made from 80% recycled titanium and will come in 4 colors. The new iPhone 17 features an enhanced camera, and it will come in 5 colors and have an all-day battery life.
All day. We'll see about that. Well, LG and Xbox are teaming up to make road trips a lot more fun. LG's entertainment system will soon come integrated with an Xbox app for select internet-connected vehicles. So users will need the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription, and only passengers, thank goodness, will be able to play. Important to know.
Very important to know.
That's not fair, though. I mean, my entertainment as a kid was looking out the window.
And looking at the clouds and counting cars. And
playing I Spy.
Yeah.
It's not kids these days.
Slice this slug bug, and then you go like that.
I had a full conversation with my daughter in the car yesterday. I think she maybe heard 2 words because the whole time she was.
Oh, yeah. Usually, I mean, sometimes like when my daughter's like that, I'll like, hey, did you do it? You know, I'll just have to cover the phone to get her attention like that.
Yeah,
mine have the headphones on.
that works too. Just drown it all out.
Hear anything I'm saying.
All right, pollen count is in, and molds are moderate, 920. Ragweed is low at 30. So molds are down, ragweed's up a little bit, but let's look at the allergen calendar here. We have made it through Saharan dust season, which we didn't see a whole lot of this summer. I mean, there were some bouts of it, but it wasn't anything significant. But we are right smack in the middle of ragweed and fall elm season. So we do know that these numbers may tick up a little bit more before they come down. But if those are 2 of the allergens that get you, heads up. We are in the thick of it. Of course, molds are a year-round issue. As we go outside for you, 74 degrees now at the airport, 73 in New Braunfels, 74 at Converse, 70 in Boerne, so we're starting to warm up. It'll be a rapid warm-up, just like the last couple days. We still have dry air in place, and so that means by noontime we'll be in the mid-80s, 94 for a high. That's a little warmer than yesterday. Sunny skies all day long. In fact, we'll be hard-pressed to find a cloud at all today. 88 at 8 p.m., 84 at 9 p.m. Let's look at the average temperatures for the year. So we've shown this a couple times. But we should be on the downslide. Now, this is just an average, of course. Doesn't always work out that way. But we are past the peak, and we start to see our average drop quite quickly as we get into October because we start to see fronts. But it's not working out that way. For the foreseeable future, we're going to have above average temperatures. The average right now is 92, and I do think that we'll be well above that going forward, unfortunately. So you look at the next 5 days, mornings are okay. I mean, we're in the low 70s. That's not so bad, but it's the afternoons, mid-90s, basically each and every day. Through next week, you know, you look down the line at the extended models, and there's still not a lot there that gives us any indication that we're going to get a lot of changes. So let's talk about mid-September. This is the long-term outlook. We're talking September 16th through September 20th. And it's not only us. There's going to be a large portion of the country that is under the influence of a ridge of high pressure, and that's going to keep things above average and pretty warm. So no big fronts, nothing like that. No fall to speak of not only for us, but for a large portion of the United States. Okay, 95 Thursday, 95 Friday, and you get the idea. I don't need to read out all those numbers, but it is hot, it is quiet, there's no rain in the forecast. And coming up next half hour, we'll talk a little bit about the hurricane season, which we've discussed, but today is officially the peak of hurricane season, and there's nothing.
Not a storm to be
Zip.
found.
Gotcha.
Okay, not even a wave. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, we are going to take a live look here where meteorologist Sarah Spivey is this morning for this morning's Science with Sarah.
There she is. She's going to give us a look at what happens when you explore mixtures and solutions. Hi, welcome back. It's 9:25 and Science with Sarah is back after a little summer break. And this morning, Sarah is out with the 5th graders out at Mora Elementary.
And they are exploring mixtures and solutions, learning how to make oobleck slime. Sarah, good morning.
Slime. Good morning. Are you guys excited for this experiment? These are some awesome 5th graders at Mora Elementary School. And by the way, Dr. Mora, she's watching us right now, the namesake for the school. Isn't that cool? Yeah! Okay, cool. So we're going to make oobleck slime, but in a bit, we have to talk about the science behind this first, right? So here I've got, what's your name?
Cassandra.
Cassandra?
Lourdes.
Lourdes?
Adrian.
Adrian. Okay, we're discovering mixtures and solutions, right? What's a mixture? Lourdes?
A mixture is two things combined, but you can still see it with the naked eye.
Yeah, you can still separate them. So then what's a solution? A solution is where you can't separate them, right? So what we've got is we've got 3 substances in front of us. We've got, what do you have in front of you?
Cornstarch.
Cornstarch?
Sand. Sugar.
Okay, why don't you guys dump your ingredient into your water and start stirring them, okay? Go ahead and dump as much of it as you can in there. Great job. And start stirring. Start stirring. So what you'll notice is with the sand, Lourdes, are they mixing? Are they combining together, or are they still separate?
They're still separate.
Awesome. Okay. And what about you? What is the sugar doing?
Dissolving.
It's dissolving almost completely, right? You can see how it's starting to become clear. You've got the interesting one. You've got cornstarch. What's happening with the cornstarch?
Dissolving.
It's dissolving, but is it dissolving completely? Not really, no. So earlier when I said there was mixtures and solutions, there's also a third option. Does anybody remember what the third option is called?
Suspension.
Suspension. Okay, so the cornstarch is being suspended in the water. It's not completely dissolving. And that suspension is what's going to allow us to make colorful oobleck slime. Oh my gosh, yours almost looks like a tornado of sugar water. Look at that. Okay, so on your screen you'll see the ingredients and the materials for your oobleck slime. The key there is to have a ratio of 2 to 1. So you need twice as much cornstarch as you need water, and then food dye to make it fun. Okay, you guys can stop stirring. That was quite the workout. All right, at home, don't drink these solutions. That's my safety tip. Yeah, I don't think you'd want to drink that, right? No.
There's bugs in there.
There's what?
Bugs in there.
Yeah, there's bugs in there. We definitely don't want to drink that. Okay, hey, coming up, we're going to be making the oobleck slime with these awesome 5th graders. Y'all excited? Yeah! All right! All right, welcome back to Science with Sarah. I'm with these awesome 5th graders at Mora Elementary. What's your name?
Adrian.
Oh, you were just on TV, Adrian. What's your name?
Carlos.
Carlos.
Valeria.
Valeria.
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
Isabella.
And Isabella, is it somebody's birthday today? Happy birthday! She's 11.
Carla.
Carla, okay. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your whole cup of cornstarch in your big bowl. Go ahead and dump it in there. Yeah? Oh! Okay, now put a half cup of colored water in there and start mixing it with your hands, guys. Hands, get in there. Mix it up. So remember, what is the in-between of mixture and solution called?
What?
What's the in-between of a mixture and solution?
Suspension.
Suspension, right. Okay, so what's y'all's names?
Catalea. Gaio. Cassandra.
Okay, let's look a little bit closer into this oobleck, okay? What are you guys noticing about this oobleck?
It's hard. It's hard.
It's like hard and then it melts, right?
Yeah.
So look, I don't know if you can see my hand there, but it starts hard and then it melts.
It's a little bit sticky.
Right? It's like, is it a solid or a liquid?
It's both.
It's both. It's both a solid and a liquid. Awesome, keep on going. What were you saying?
It's a suspension.
It's a suspension. So go ahead and pick some up and show the camera. What are you noticing?
That it's like sticky kind of.
It's a little liquidy, so let's put some more cornstarch in there and get a good halfway point, right? I got a little cornstarch on you.
That feels so good. Yeah.
Okay, so earlier you had a hypothesis, right? The question we asked was, what of the three, sugar, sand, and cornstarch, will dissolve? What was your hypothesis?
My hypothesis was.
I think the cornstarch
And sugar dissolved in water.
Was your hypothesis correct of the cornstarch dissolving? Yes. Yeah, somewhat, right? Because it created a suspension. Way to go! That is so fun. Okay, awesome. How's it going over here?
Good.
Good. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, I think you guys might need a little more cornstarch, right? Because it's a little liquidy. Yes. So go ahead and mix that together and see what happens. What is happening?
Last time when I pressed on it, it was like dissolving. I didn't even feel it was dissolving.
And now what's it doing?
It's
hardening, right? It's becoming a solid and a liquid all at once. That's so cool. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to at home?
My mom and my dad.
What about you?
My little brother and my baby brother.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Okay, how's it going over here, guys?
It's going good.
Oh my gosh, look how much food dye you put in there. Do you guys need a little bit more cornstarch maybe to thicken it up? Okay. Oh, here, why don't you dump some of that in and have some fun, okay? All right. Hey guys, what's going on over here?
We had to add a little more water to our mixture because there was too much cornstarch.
Okay, so you adjusted, right? You added to find a happy medium, right? Mm-hmm. Is there anybody y'all would like to shout out on camera over there?
Shout out for Miss Gonzalez.
Miss Gonzalez?
Shout out to Miss Gonzalez, Miss Esquivel, and Miss Grimaldo.
That's awesome. You're good? Okay. What about you guys? Whoa, look, you kind of made like a solid, but I want to show the camera what happens when you hold it out. What's happening?
It's forming and it's turning into a liquid.
Oh my gosh. So is it a solid, a liquid, or kind of both?
Both.
That's awesome. And what's that in between a mixture and a solution?
Suspension.
Suspension. Anybody y'all want to shout out?
Miss Gonzalez and my family. My family.
I love it. Anybody you want to shout out? You good? Yeah? Okay.
Shout out to my dad who's watching. Shout out to my dad who's watching.
All right. How's it going over here, guys?
It's kind of like when you put your hand like that, it stays and then it like melts.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Macaroni and cheese. Isn't that funny? Okay.
It does make it a mac and cheese.
I love it.
Shout out to my dad that's watching.
Oh, anybody you want to shout out?
Miss Gonzalez. Miss Gonzalez.
Miss Gonzalez is pretty popular. Okay, guys. Yeah?
To add more water to make it more slimy.
Yes, add more water. That would be great. Okay, everybody, was this a fun experiment? Yeah! Did you learn something? Yeah, okay, awesome. Well, everybody wave hi to your parents. Anybody? All right, Science with Sarah is going to be live all fall semester, every other Wednesday, and you can catch all the Science with Sarah experiments on KSAT.com. Say goodbye, everyone.
There you have it. All right.
A lot of excitement in the fifth graders at Mora Elementary.
Public service announcement, by the way. Do not get that on your carpet.
Yes.
Slime, just saying.
Yes.
Anyway, beautiful day. I'm just saying for a friend.
No, I'm.
Don't get that in your carpet.
Right there with you, Ernie. I know all about that, but that was a lot of fun. Good stuff.
Indeed.
And shout out to Miss Gonzalez. She is
whoever she is. Yeah, I need to meet her.
Yes. All right. Let's look across the state of Texas this morning. There is very, very little going on, unless you're up in the Panhandle. That's where they did get some rain overnight, some thunderstorms, but that is sort of the storm track, right? Way north of us. We have been high and dry, and I don't expect things to change much. Temperatures right now at 74, 67 in Kerrville, 73 Uvalde, 75 in Eagle Pass. So we are starting to see things really turn a corner, and I think we'll be in the 80s here shortly. 86 degrees by noontime, 94 will be our high temperature for today. Sunny skies. Coming up, we've got a great video of a dust devil we want to show to you, and we'll kind of explain why and how they form. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Well, you saw earlier in the newscast, we saw Devin, and again, that startup leaders and entrepreneurs are coming together for San Antonio Startup Day, seeing what it takes to pitch a winning idea and get potential investment during San Antonio Startup Week, which is next month.
All right, so Devin Karp is live right now at Launch SA, which is at the Central Library. And are you getting inspired, Devin, maybe to pitch your own thing?
I don't know about pitching my own thing, but there's some great stuff to listen to over here, guys. I don't know if you guys can see really quick. This is Franklin. He is a startup entrepreneur. I actually talked to him a little bit last week about his company Tabs. He uses AI to keep tabs on competitors so that the company can do it without you having to worry about it. But there's some pretty cool stuff going on over here. I want to introduce guys to another entrepreneur who's over here. Matthew, good morning, man. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So you're 21 years old and you've already got your own startup and you've been working on it for a while, right?
Yes, sir. Been working on it since my sophomore year in college.
Fantastic, man. All right, so it's called Rent Bamboo. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so it's called Rent Bamboo. So we make AI agents for property management companies. So we're helping them scale their leasing operations without hiring more leasing staff.
Fantastic. So you're able to do all this, and you've been able to take advantage of a lot of the services in San Antonio, huh?
Yeah, the services have been great. Community has been great. The startup ecosystem has introduced us to so many people to really help us get this company started.
Yeah, so how cool is it to be here with Startup Day, listening to, other people like Franklin over there and really being able to bounce ideas off each other and fine-tune what it is you're trying to do?
Love to hear it because, it's rare you get a lot of like-minded people in one space. So the ability to do this inside of San Antonio and have it right here is, really awesome, and it's a great resource for us.
Sick. Awesome, man. Any advice for any other entrepreneurs, people out there trying to give it a learn?
Definitely get involved in the community, get involved in Geekdom, Launch SA, and get out here and share your ideas.
Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you for being here with us this morning, man. We appreciate it. All right, we're going to bring you some of the stories of more entrepreneurs coming up here on KSAT and the news at noon. For now, we'll send it back to you guys, see if you have any good ideas. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
We feel like slackers. We don't have any good ideas.
I did it all wrong.
I did too, Ernie.
At 21 years old, he's gosh.
Yeah, good for him.
That's amazing. Fantastic. Yes. Okay, well, you keep up the great work, guys. All right, and Devin, too. All right, it is 9:41 right now, 74 degrees outside. You are watching GMSA at 9.
Well, after the break, a look at some events happening around San Antonio that you and the family can enjoy.
Hi, welcome back. If you are looking for something fun to do this week, KSAT caught up with April Monterosa from live from the South Side to get the scoop on some of the events that they are having, starting with something tomorrow. Cows and Coffee over at Calvary Farms. That starts at 8:30 in the morning. It's for adults only.
Yes. But then at 9 a.m., there is a family option. And this weekend, Finn Addict Angler Foundation and San Antonio River Authority are holding free fishing lessons. So this is going to be happening at Acequia Park from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Okay. Well, your nominations for the SA Picks 2025 contest are in. We asked you to choose San Antonio's top businesses, and you came through. So now it's time to vote for the finalists.
So there has been a lot of votes in so far. There's several categories being recognized, including arts and entertainment, which has a subcategory for favorite amusement park. So with the finalists beginning with there, you can see it on the screen, Morgan's Wonderland, SeaWorld San Antonio, and Six Flags Fiesta Texas.
There's also Beauty, Brick House, Barber Shop, J Fades, and Crown Beard and Barber.
And of course, food, barbecue to be exact. They're the finalists there on your screen. We have B&B Smokehouse, B Daddy's, Blanco Barbecue, Smoky Moe's Barbecue.
So many good choices. Make sure to cast your vote by September 20th. You can vote for each category once per day, and we'll announce the winners later on this month. And now I want barbecue for lunch.
Or the sandwich that David Elder had in the beginning.
Had meatballs.
It was like
there was so much cheese, and you can't go wrong with that.
Yes.
It looks so good. Yeah. Okay, so guys, yesterday we caught a video, or we didn't. So Lonnie did.
Yes.
I was down near the airport. I've always been fascinated by dust devils. They call it whirlwind here, dust devil, whatever you want to call it. But growing up in West Texas, I've seen a lot of them. But you do see them here in San Antonio too. Usually they occur on clear days where it's pretty hot. And let me show you some of the reasons we can get dust devils to form. Sun heats the surface, obviously, and warm air rises. So when that happens, you get an area of low pressure that develops at the surface. It's small, obviously, but the air flows towards the middle of the low pressure, and you get the flow around it, and it starts to speed up. So you start to get this spinning motion, right? And then you get the continued heating. It helps the circulation sustain itself. And then it starts to pick up dust, and it gets kind of lifted, and then you start to see it. They cause, if you're right within one, it can cause some very gusty winds, obviously, but it's not dangerous or anything. Cool stuff, though. Lonnie, thank you for sending in that picture. All right, air quality. This is something we've been checking in on just about every half hour this morning, and so far, so good. We do have some moderate air quality starting to show up. But that's really not a problem. You got to get into the orange for it to really be a sort of an issue. But we do have that ozone air quality alert in place today, just because we have some stagnant air, and we may see those ozone levels go up a little bit. 74 degrees at the airport, 73 New Braunfels, 74 Converse, pretty uniform numbers. And dew points are up a little bit from yesterday. If you remember, we had dew points in the low 60s at this point. So now we're talking about dew points in the mid to upper 60s, which is a little more muggy. And that also kept temperatures from getting as cool this morning. And you'll see temperatures not as cool next several mornings. In fact, we'll probably be above 70 going forward for those morning lows. High temperatures today, mid 90s for just about everybody. As I said, very uniform across the area. All right, now we got to talk about the tropics. We've discussed this quite a bit over the last couple days, but I'll just jump past it. But bottom line, today is the peak of hurricane season, officially today, and still nothing. Yesterday was nothing. Today there's nothing. Very odd for there to be nothing going on in the Atlantic this time of year. Typically, you would see quite a bit of activity. And there's just not. So as we look at the extended forecast here, again, mid-90s, very, very quiet weather with just a few more clouds by the weekend. And with the idea in mind that today is the peak of hurricane season, my Just Ask Justin question this morning, if you missed it, I asked the question, what's the record for the number of active hurricanes at one time in the Atlantic? In other words, what's the most we've seen simultaneously, we're talking about hurricanes here, at one time in the Atlantic? Your choices were 3, 4, 5, or 6.
I know the answer already. So
I was just going to ask you if you could signal to me.
Yeah, give me a sign.
I would say 4 or 5.
That's a good guess.
Go with your first guess.
Yeah,
4, okay.
It is 4.
Thanks.
It's really, if you look at the records, it's really only happened one time, and that was back in 1998. So there were 4 hurricanes, Georges, Ivan, Jean, and Carl. Only one of those really was a big deal, and I believe that was Georges. And I think I'm saying that right. It affected the southeast there. Now, we've had plenty of times where we've had 4 named storms, but not 4 hurricanes in the Atlantic. But a far cry from where we are now, where there is nothing going on at all.
Okay, well, maybe that's not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing. It still may pick up.
I remember thinking it was Georges. Some people would pronounce it that
I feel
way.
like it does supposed to have like a French accent, but
like a bougie hurricane.
Yeah, fancy hurricane.
Yes.
A long time ago. All right, very good. On to SA Live here. We're about 9 minutes away from another show, and it is time to find out what's happening across the way. Good morning, Fiona.
Good morning, guys. Well, we are checking out a must-try spot for Tex-Mex today on the show. So that got us thinking, what's your favorite Tex-Mex dish? Now, you have to choose from that selection on the screen if you can see it. Okay, enchiladas, nachos, fajitas, breakfast tacos, chili con carne, chalupas, or burritos.
A lot of options.
Beef enchiladas with onions on top is how I roll.
I'm an enchilada guy too, although as I've always said, salsa is like my favorite food of all time. It's not on there.
But you have it with nachos. But you have it with nachos.
Close. But enchiladas, I'm going with enchiladas.
Enchiladas, all right.
Yeah.
And well, enchiladas and fajitas right now tied for the lead. So we want you to scan that QR code and weigh in, and we'll see how that shakes down during the show. All right, well, since you love your enchiladas and fajitas and nachos, there's a place you need to try. And our Jen Tobias-Stresky is out there. Hey there, Jen.
That's right, I am, and we are in the kitchen. Right now we got Miguel working the grill. Miguel, what are you making here?
Right here we're cooking our signature fajitas. We're cooking our asada. We're cooking some chicken fajitas and our brochette.
Okay.
Our beef brochette right here.
These recipes, you said your family came together 2 decades ago, right? You guys combined all these recipes. Miguelito started in what, Crystal City?
Yes.
And here you are at your new location in San Antonio, but the flavors go back. You guys have a lot of history, yeah?
Yes, we do. We do. Like I said, we worked on those. Throughout our lifetime, we worked. We love cooking. All our families. Yep. And then when we came up with the recipe, well, I wanted the restaurant. We just came up with these recipes, and they all, they've been hitting. We've always experimented, and we still do. But these are the main.
Those are the favorites, right?
Staples of Miguelitos.
Beautiful. Well, we got more coming up. The food, he's going to keep cooking. We got it going out there, and they've got a new fall cocktail too, Fiona. So all that's coming up here in a bit.
Well, there's a new master magician making his way to the Magic Saloon, and he's right here today. We've got magician Eric Olson. All right, amaze us.
I will. Using a deck of cards. Not a full deck. I don't work with a full deck, but they're all different. Fiona, I'm going to go through the cards like this,
okay.
And whenever you want to, just say stop.
Stop.
I want you to look at it, memorize it, do not forget it, otherwise this gets really boring.
Okay.
We're going to kind of lose it into the deck. Now, was your card a big card or was it a little card?
Little card.
Much easier to find a little card because all we have to do is go through the deck of cards just like this until we find a little card. I'm guessing that's your card right there?
Oh my gosh,
it's a little smaller than you remember.
All right, okay. Of course, you're going to be at the Magic Saloon. We're going to tell you about a great buy one, get one free deal as well. And that's right, these mums are moving and shaking. We are going to tell you all about Lucy's Hands, how you can snag one for yourself.
Welcome back. It's 9:57, and there on your screen, this is how you can nominate your favorite teacher or favorite educator for our Educator of the Month award. And we will be awarding someone for the month of September. So there is that QR code that you can scan, or you can go over to our website at KSAT.com and search up Educator of the Month.
Beautiful.
Started off, we're going to go with our hands up in the air.
Okay. Oh, goodness. Let me get comfortable here, okay?
Left. We're going to go, hey.
Hey, baby. Okay.
Stick out the hands. Ooh. Ow. Bring it back, and then we're going to turn around. I want to know. And then point at the camera.
If you'll be my girl.
Clap, 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 clap.
Surprise, Ernie.
Thank you. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you so much.
This was Ernie earlier on our GMSA Plus stream. Did an awesome job dancing out there. I love it. And then I loved it also, you caught a
pitch, and then we had a little fun with the dancing and everything. The Savannah Bananas in town to play some games at Wolf Stadium. What a phenomenon they are, and we had a lot of fun there with Bronson and his mother, and anyway, good times were had by all. And the weather was really nice. We cooperated out.
Yeah, that's right. You made it out when the weather was nice. Aw, it was a great interview. Again, that we'll have that posted, I guess, on our social media channels.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So if you feel like you have to see me dancing again.
Yes.
Listen, you did better than I could ever do. I just want you to know
Good
that.
times.
Yeah.
All right.
And there was another dance after you celebrated when you caught
the
pitch.
the bonus dance.
Yes,
yeah.
I love that. So here's a look at Loop 1604 at Redland Road. Really no problems on the road right now, so that is good news, looking at the TransSky cameras.
And not much to say otherwise. It is so quiet, so consistent here across the board. Mid-90s, maybe some more clouds by the weekend, but that's about all we can offer you. No rain, unfortunately, in the forecast.
You're going to have to get really creative here in the next few days, figure out how to...
I'm telling you. I have a feeling we're going to be talking a lot about football.
That's great.
Yes.
I have no problem with that.
And you could talk about the nice cool mornings too.
That too.
For now. Yeah. Thanks, Jess.
All right, we'll talk SA Live right now. Have a great day.
Celebrating